on the last All Out show. I just came back and I'm in Detroit. Yeah, so I went on sick leave because I've been sick forever, and I thought that a week of rest would help, and I'm actually worse than ever, so fucking A. Isn't that awesome? John and Chris have a debate on who dresses best.
Managers they spoke to here, 44% said they had to address an employee about their choice of clothing. Well, it looks a little rough. I look a little worn down. That's a fact. I mean, it's not inappropriate. Well, it's not like I'm wearing shorts to the office, like Chris.
The worst part about it is...
What's wrong with shorts?
Yeah, who trusts somebody in the office with shorts, man?
Sad part is with two easy zips of your zip-away cargo pants, you could be wearing fucking shorts. And what would Jude do? I coach my man on how to eat ass.
This Instagram thought. She finally agreed to give me that pussy if I eat the ass. I never ate no ass. Really not into eating ass.
You gotta baby step your way into this ass eating shit. It's not that big of a deal. This is how you're gonna do it. You eat pussy, right?
Oh, man, I tears the pussy up.
All right, so you're already down there. 3 or 4 inches away from the fucking butthole. Just work your way down and just push her shit back and just eat her asshole. Just start lapping at that shit like a dog. Don't overthink it.
And now here's another episode of the All Out Show.
That was good advice. That was goddamn good advice. If I do say so myself. Yup. That's right, your boy Judy, broadcasting from my mom's couch here in Royal Oak, Michigan, looking at the front door. I was a little nervous. My fucking, my neighbor Dave was mowing his lawn. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's going to be a lawnmower all over the fucking show. But he just stopped. These are things you don't think about when you're doing the show from your mom's house. You don't think about if people want to do yard work. And we out here in the Midwest where like people do their own yard work and shit. In California, no one does their own yard work. They just hire that shit out. Like I've never seen anybody work on their own lawn in fucking Los Angeles. It's mind-boggling. But out here, like everybody mows their own lawn. Fine looking lawn, Dave. Well done. Thanks for getting it done before the show. I didn't say nothing to him or nothing like that. But I was nervous. And while I'm shitting on that, like, man, fuck LA, man. I've been having all these stomach problems and shit. And so, like, I tried to get into go see one of them stomach specialists. I couldn't get in until July 20th. And then I was like, fuck it. I'll just see if I can go while I'm out here. So I'm going to one of the top ones out here, and I'm going to get in next week. So shout out to Michigan for having nobody living here. When there's not 10 million people to fucking compete with, it's easy to get into a doctor. I was like, yeah, but then I need the fucking where you go down my fucking throat and up my butt and shit. I need that. They're like, yeah, we can do it later on in that week. I was like, fuck, all right, it's a deal. I'll stay longer. I'll fucking stay longer. So, yeah, I'll be doing the show from the fucking couch. And hopefully I can figure out what the fuck is going on with my gut. Because shit's been for what is it, like 4 or 5 months? 6?
Since about September, October? So longer than that.
Damn. It was crazy, too. I was getting better than just when it got worse. Like, that's that frustrating shit. And anybody going through a sickness can relate to that shit, man. Like when you think you're doing good, like, all right, okay, yeah, I'm on the mend. Okay, yeah, I'm bouncing back. And then it's like, nah, bitch, no, you not. Get your ass down here. Lay your ass down. Oh, you wanted to eat a sandwich? Nah, bitch. Sandwich gonna eat you. I'm like, fucking fetal position. But yo, yeah, so I'm stoked. I get to go to the doctor. I think you're supposed to have someone throw some shit up your ass anyway once you turn 40 anyway. Like, I think that's the deal. You're supposed to get all that shit checked out. So, whatever. That's what I'm going to do. They put you down for that stuff. They knock you out for it. Thank fucking God. I don't want to have to. It sounds very uncomfortable. So yeah, fucking feeling good, man. Feel good Tuesday. Feel good Tuesday. We got Justin Hunt coming in today. I think we're gonna We're gonna put a bow on that. We're gonna put a bow on that Drake Pusha T shit. I guess there's been some closure. Jay Prince weighs in of Rap-A-Lot fame. So we're gonna discuss that. Let's go to Matt.
Hello.
Matt, what up, bro?
What's up, Jude? How's it going, man? How you doing? Hey, man.
Awesome.
Get your ass up, take some fucking vitamins, drink some orange juice, hang in there, brother. You'll be all right.
Thanks, man. Thanks for that pep talk, bro. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I would, yeah. If y'all saw all the vitamins I've been taking, like my shit looks like a fucking pharmacy. Like I've tried every fucking thing. I tried it all. Yaz in Chicago. Yaz, go ahead.
Yo, Jude. Get well soon, man. Just want to give you a little tip. I had a lot of gut problems, too. I would get started on probiotics. I don't work for the motherfuckers or anything, but that shit is amazing. I think everyone needs to be on probiotics, at least in America.
I agree with you. You know what? You know what I think what happened was I was doing some probiotics and I was like, well, if these probiotics are good, then I should get the ones with the most probiotics because that's the best. And I did that and it really fucking wrecked me. So like, yeah.
Yeah, there's a good balance, but you know, just as long as you stay consistent with it and whatever works for you. Everyone's body's different. Can't tell you exactly how much to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the doc and then figure it out from there. But
good luck to you, man.
Some ain't right with my stomach, so we'll figure that shit out, and then go from there. I don't necessarily know if I want to do the traditional medicines fix, but at least I'll know.
Oh no, fuck no! I go get those tests and shit. And you definitely got to talk to a doctor if that probiotic's not going to save you, but it'll help in the long run. You know, just maintaining a healthy, gut and everything like that. But it's not going to cure anything. God forbid if you got some. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go to A in Highland Park. Hey, what up, bro?
What up, though?
What up, though, man?
Hey, you think it's all them Chinese Xanax you was getting offline, man?
No, I looked that shit up because I was looking up everything, and I was looking up everything what caused that shit. That's not it. I was doing some other shit I was doing other shit and I cut that out. So like,
oh okay,
but it's still there. Yeah, trust. I cut out everything. I'm just.
Well, maybe it's all the raw ass booty you be eating. I got a remedy for that if you want to try something.
All right, tell me.
All right, you know what I'm saying? What you do is you go get a bunch of turpentine, some Ajax, some bleach, and you drink that shit. You know what I'm saying? And right before you drink that shit, you go hand John a motherfucking bathrobe, like the shit that you tie up with, and then you go tell him to go hang himself from the motherfucking doorknob, shut and kick the door, and you swallow that shit. That might help your stomach out.
Thanks, A. That's A in Highland Park, yo. Fucking A.
What was that? He wants me to kill myself or something?
What the fuck is let me talk to Jack in California. Jack.
Hey, what's up, Jude?
What up, man?
Yeah, you got to take that pinner test.
What the fuck is a pinner test?
It's a food intolerance test. So it doesn't tell you what you're allergic to. It tells you what your body is intolerant to. And that's what causes inflammation and also a lot of stomach issues. It can cause rashes, all kinds of weird stuff. But it's really popular in Europe. You can order online just like, Ancestry.com kit.
Word.
You just prick your finger, put your blood on there, ship it off, and they tell you what you're intolerant to. It's worked for me. It worked for my wife. She had a allergic reaction. You had to take her to the hospital. She had like full anaphylaxis, and they did all the tests, all the allergy tests, and they came back with nothing. And then she did this test, and it came back with eggs and egg whites. And she had a Caesar salad when she had that episode, and so it was the raw egg and the Caesar dressing that
got her ass. Huh? That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know the crazy shit about that? Man, they keep all man. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah, maybe I will. You know that motherfucker, you know, like, because I've been laid up and I just listen to conspiracy theory shit on YouTube now, because that's ain't shit to do but just listen to that shit. And like, you know, 23andMe is on, like, I like 23andMe is connected to Google. Like, so, like, damn near Google got your DNA. Like, it's that close. Like, they mad close to it. It's just too close. I don't like it. And I already did the goddamn 23andMe, so they got my fucking DNA. Damn, everybody, let's go to John in Dallas real quick. Switch it up for a second. John, what up, man?
Hey, what up, man? Hey, I got nothing to do with your stomach right now.
Yeah, that's why we're switching it up.
On the internet, they got caught. They were fucking, and because the one dude didn't say no homo after they were fucking, the other one stabbed the other dude. It's all over the news in Florida. Stabbed him 36 times in the chest.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Dude, they were fucking, all because they said no homo at the end. He said because it made it gay all of a sudden. Y'all need to look that shit up.
So, who got stabbed? The guy that said no homo, or the guy that didn't?
The dude that didn't say no.
The guy that didn't say no.
He didn't say. They said almost 15 years because he was the one that was getting it. Not
was that
because he wasn't the one giving it.
Did you guys find that?
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that. That's not real.
They said it was a 10-hour anal session. It was all over the internet.
Yeah, but no, this is not real. This is not real.
They not fake news.
They had a whole story on that shit. I read it today.
Yeah, I'll bet you did, John. Thanks a lot. Okay.
All right. Let me talk that Mark and Boca Raton, and then we'll be done.
What's up, Jude?
What up, though, man?
How you feeling?
Well, like shit, but I'm over here. I'm chilling with y'all, so better.
Hey, I got a silver lining for you. When you go to get any colonoscopy or anything done to your butt, they give you propofol, and it's the best feeling in the world.
All right, there you go. We'll end with that. Get some propofol. What is that, like a nice sedative, painkiller, knock you out thing?
High tolerance like I do, they got to give you a lot. So you just sit there in a real nice warm daze right before you go to sleep, and you wake up and you don't remember a thing.
There it is. There it is. Boom. All right. Let's Justin Hunt. On the last All Out show, I just came back and I'm in Detroit. Yeah, so I went on sick leave.
You are checking out the All Out show with Rude Jude on demand. And now, here's the breakdown with Justin Hunt.
Justin Hunt, what's up, bro?
Jude, how are you, sir?
I'm awesome. I'm over here on my mom's couch talking to you. You're in Los Angeles, and we're gonna wrap up this whole Drake and fucking Pusha T thing.
Drake and Pusha T, man, this is the most anticlimactic rap battle, right? Like, I've never seen a rap battle end, or quote unquote end, the way this one appears to.
Let's give people a look. Let's give them. So it starts with they had the little sneak disses back and forth and little jabs over the years, and Infrared. And what was Drake's
Duppy Freestyle,
which was fucking really good.
Which is really good.
And then Pusha T fucking answers back
with the story of Adidon.
Story of Adidon, which I thought was very good. I got some feedback on the Twitter and stuff. They're like, it wasn't that good. I was like, I thought it was good. It's worth responding to. It was worth responding to, I thought.
There's some scathing allegations made in that track. He essentially calls Drake a deadbeat dad in blackface. You know, like, that's pretty extreme. He makes fun of He talks about how his friend is dying. He talks about his mama. He talks about his daddy. He says he doesn't take care of his kids. He's got character issues. And Adidon is the name of the Adidas line, so he's putting a bad spin on something that's going to be a big opportunity for Drake going forward.
So, and we're like, okay, can't wait to hear what Drake's going to say. Can't wait.
And so we got a press release where he apologizes for blackface. He says that 10 years ago, in 2007, him and his friend put together a photo shoot as a means to speak out against how black people, African Americans, as he said in the statement, are treated in Hollywood. And that's where that came from. So we got that. And then we got a Jay Prince press tour. Jay Prince has a book that he's touring now in promotion of. The Art and Science of Respect. Make sure you check that out. He's a legend in the game. Jay Prince, for people who don't know, he's the founder and CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records, legendary rap label. One of the most respected people in business, just generally speaking, at this point. Yeah. And his son Jazz discovered Drake, so he's been early investor into the Drake movement from the beginning. Drake definitely considers him a confidant, and during this press tour for his book, he's at all the different outlets, and he's been talking about how he told Drake not to respond. He says that it's not worth it, essentially. During a conversation with Sway, he said, I saw this going in a place that I feel would have ended his career if Drake would have put out a song against Pusha T, and it would have hurt families. What Jay Prince has been saying on this tour is that Drake has a song, nobody's heard it, but it is lethal, and everybody's career will end, everybody will die, and everyone will get fired in that order, right? Essentially. Here's the direct quote. This is what he said in a conversation with Sway. He said, let me say this. The ingredients were overwhelming. I know for a fact that it would have been bad for Kanye and for my man Pusha T. It just wouldn't have been good it's beyond music at this point. It's going to affect the livelihood. It's going to interfere with his whole lifestyle from that day forward. So everyone, according to Jay Prince, based on this song that Drake recorded, intended to put out, actually hasn't put it out yet, this song would have done incredible damage to everybody. And so they've decided not to put it out.
What do you think of that?
I think this is the lamest rap battle conclusion ever. Like, I've never seen a rap battle end with a press release. I wouldn't have dropped that press release. Like, fuck it. Like, no one's gonna believe you anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you're over here copping pleas. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, they got you in blackface. What are you gonna do? The press release is so problematic for a number of reasons, right? Like,
it's lame, dude.
It's super lame. Now, I get it. If I'm Adidas and I got a line coming out with an artist or an athlete or anyone, and it turns out that they're in blackface in 2018, that's a problem. I'm sure Adidas wanted a release around. I'm sure Universal. Just the number of people who work with Drake on so many different levels. Just from a corporate standpoint, I can see one of them like, hey, I don't know what you're going to do in this rap battle thing yet, but you really need to get ahead of, being black and blackface. That's kind of weird.
I think him being black and blackface was his only saving grace. You know what I mean? Like, it made him look corny, if anything, not racist. Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't know. It definitely makes him look corny, but like it makes him, I think from my standpoint, it highlights how separate from just social norms of Black America Drake has been, right? Like, he's Canadian, like, no shots, no shade or anything. Like, he has a very unique background that doesn't
they got a different culture up there. Canadians got a different culture up there.
100%. You know what I mean? Like The Minstrel Show, for example, Little Brother's album, classic album, 2005, one of my favorite albums of all time. That album that uses a lot of minstrel images, right? But Little Brother didn't actually put on blackface because their face is already black. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's just weird. The press release, he calls black people African Americans. Like, that's the least black thing I hear. The one word there's a few words I rarely hear black people say. One of them's African American.
I know, dog. I know. That's the cringy word. That's like, that's whenever I hear that, I'm like, oh, they're in college and they're in humanities. That's all I.
Right.
I'm like, okay, all right. You spent fucking 4 years in some type of humanities.
Yeah,
you're a sociologist,
or you're like a baby boomer and you're trying not to offend people, and that's like the last new thing because Negro went out of style. Like it's
or Afro-American.
Afro-American. It's just really disconnected. You know what I'm saying?
Really, yeah. But all right. We both concur on the fact that goddamn press release was lame. I think there's a 50-50 chance that Drake has some scathing song, and then there's also a chance that he's got nothing.
I tend to believe that Drake has something, right? This industry is so small. Young Money, Cash Money, rap a lot, good music. None of these people are that far away from each other, and half of them live in the same neighborhood. Like, they're all in Calabasas. You know, Drake wrote, I think he's credited as a writer on Yikes, if I'm not mistaken, at least one song off of Kanye's new album. They really know each other. So I'm sure that you can just go and throw mud all around. Like, I tend to believe I tend to believe that part. Like, that to me would be unexpected.
So you think that that Drake's got something that's extra super duper pertinent. So you do believe that there is that song?
I believe that there's ammunition. I believe there's ammunition for a song. Like, now how good that song is or how he flips it, is, I don't know. I can't speak to that. Whether he recorded that, I don't know.
Do you think that song? All right, then let's take. Now we're hypothesizing here. I don't even know if that's a word, but do you think that song's gonna leak when it gets closer to when his album drops?
I think that if it exists, If it exists, it's gonna get out there. Like, it's the internet. Like, everything kind of gets out there at some point. You know what I mean? Like, if it actually has been recorded, I'm sure it'll show up at some point. But, like, what does it matter now? like that's the whole. Like, you got a press release and a spokesperson to handle your rap beefs.
Yes,
Like, if you were to see how corporate, I mean, cut you off real quick, but this is like the most corporate rap battle ever. Like, we've talked in the show a number of times about how many people invest in Drake or how many different organizations he's partnered with. This is the best example. Like, he's got to be very careful how he moves, and he's getting advice from so many other people that we're hearing from them before we hear from him.
Jay Prince is so fucking gangster though.
So
it's like when you got the old homie calling you up, telling you not to do it, you kind of gotta, I don't know, at least give them your ear. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I'd have played that. I don't know if the thing, but here's the thing, the difference between that, like the Biggie and Pac shit, like, there had already been bullets before, like, Pac had been shot already. You know what I mean? Like, that's what the beef was about him getting shot. Like, there hasn't been any violence between these guys.
Not at all. And I don't think this is moving in a position of violence from either of them's intention or how they approach things. Like, they're not talking about, violating each other in these tracks.
Right. Yeah, and someone shot me a meme that kind of put things in perspective in a fucking funny way. It was like most of these rap beeps are just like two dudes in rooms by themselves writing poems about other men.
That was my favorite one. I loved that one.
I was like, damn, I never thought about it that way, but that's exactly what the fuck it is. It's just like, yeah,
that's what it is. But, like, Pusha T, Pusha T gave an interview with GQ, and they asked him what he thinks about the idea that Drake has this track sitting away somewhere, but they decided not to release it, what he thinks about Jay Prince's recent interviews. Here's what Pusha T said. I just feel like if there was something that was beneficial for either of those two guys, they would do it. I think they're into doing anything that's beneficial for them. You know, so I kind of think that's an interesting point. I do think that's interesting.
Well, Jay Prince already proved how beneficial it is for him. He's got a book to sell, and he's weighing in on this right now. And we're talking about Jay Prince and his book. I actually get to talk to him, so I'm looking forward to that interview. So just from that standpoint, yeah, Jay Prince already is peripherally benefiting from this beef by weighing in on it.
Absolutely.
There's a gang of cats that, like young cats that didn't know about Jay Prince. Now they know about Jay Prince, and they know that he has a book for sale.
Right. Exactly. I mean, you know, it's the thing that I think is really interesting about this battle as well. Here's something else Pusha T said in that GQ conversation. He said, "I just realized that the age of social media weighed less on truth and more on entertainment." And, you know, Pusha's track at Drake, The Story of Adidon, was really both, right? Like, here's all this stuff that most people didn't know about, one of the most public figures on the planet. And so it's like news, and it was just entertaining from a rap battle culture standpoint at the same time, right? But when you're that big and you have that much to lose, how much does the culture side of it affect what's going to happen to your reputation going forward? Because he looks really bad. Like, it looks bad not to
say nothing back.
And being the one that made it like that. Like, he mentioned Pusha T's fiance on Duppy Freestyle. Like,
yeah, he got personal.
He did.
First.
Like, you know, they've been doing the subliminal thing for a long time, and it kind of stayed in the same box. You know, it was like, you don't write your raps. You don't really sell drugs. Like, they stayed over there until Virginia Williams. And as soon as it gets outside of that, that's when now we have a bunch of alibis and very convenient responses, none of them on wax. Like, we're just at a culture now where how much of this is, like, it's still entertaining to me from a different standpoint. Like, it's entertaining as just an example of how far away rap battles have journeyed over the 44 years of hip-hop history. Like, it's so funny.
Look, it worked. For Pusha T, I think it's a win. He got the last word, and this is his most successful solo album, right?
Definitely.
So for Pusha, like, it's a fucking giant W for him. No matter what, like,
yeah,
he got the last word. Fans of Pusha T will be able to say that he won that battle. I don't think they would have. They were saying it. You know, we had people that was saying it on the first one, but I don't think the first song versus Drake song, Pusha won that one. I thought Drake got him, but this one, this one is. I think it's debatable, and I would lean towards Pusha T just because, for the simple fact, Drake ain't say shit back.
Yeah, I definitely think it's I definitely think it's 1-1. You know, until the press release came out. Now it's just Pusha T 4-0. Like, I just forgot about Duppy Freestyle now.
Yeah, the Duppy Freestyle don't hit as hard no more. He's over here got like press releases and shit.
It's crazy. And the other thing that's really interesting about this is Kanye West is in the middle of his I guess you didn't call it a good summer, right? Essentially, it's his new Good Fridays, but every Friday he's putting out a different project. And, you know, he's been incredible about grabbing attention since, you know, his TMZ interviews and his Charlemagne interview and Slavery Was a Choice and just the sheer level of trending topic dominance that he came in with.
Yeah, he just stays in the fucking. He just stays in the. It's amazing he's been able to do it this long. Like, just how many years now? Like, he just stays.
14 years.
14 years in the motherfucking game doing it, and just knows how to stay in the goddamn game. And you know what? To me, I think it's like that idiot savant shit. Like I don't think it's as calculated as people think it is. You know what I mean? Like I've been behind the scenes with him, and he is really an emotional dude. You know, like he really is fucking emotional. But he knows how to play the media too. So like it's this crazy deal.
He's great at that. He's definitely on the zeitgeist consistently for over a decade now, for 14 years, right? Probably his whole life he's been ahead of the curve. I tend to disagree on how calculated Kanye is, though. And every one of Kanye's, releases has some sort of major culture moment where he looks really bad and then he fights back through his music and then people love him again and then he moves on to other projects that he really cares about. Whether we're talking about Taylor Swift to now, right? They all have just some crazy thing that Kanye comes outside and screams about. And he's done interviews in the past where he talks about, even the Sway interview, where he did the House Sway interview, that classic conversation. One of the things he does say in there that I find really interesting is that he talked about this thing, it's a time relevancy challenge that he has. Like he needs
Wait,
to...
let's hit pause on that, and why don't we wrap with this Pusha T and Drake shit and take some phone calls, and then we'll jump back over to Kanye, because
right.
I don't want to leave all these fucking I don't want us to talk for like 5 minutes on Kanye and lose the calls.
Right. Okay. Well, here's the thing. Right. The whole thing about Kanye being the center of this again, because he put out Pusha's project. Right. So that first Kanye wave got Pusha T, his biggest look ever. That Pusha T wave had the Drake beef in it. And that carried on to the next week. And now Kanye puts out his own project then. Like, just from a conversation standpoint, there's more energy around all of these releases, including Pusha T's project, at a time when I don't think anybody was really thinking about this music separate from, the antics that Kanye shows up and delivers so amazingly every time something is up.
Let's go to Justin in Charleston.
Hey, how you doing?
Go ahead, man.
Hey, I want to say I fuck with Drake, I fuck with Pusha T, but you got to look at it. I look at it like this. His music, I listened to a couple of Drake interviews when he had with Zane Lowe. The boy, he looked like he was trying to not be classified as a rapper anymore, if you heard that interview. And he's a brand ambassador for Toronto Raptors. He got a big engine behind him, so him releasing them statements, it's probably that he didn't want to do it, but them people behind him that's eating off of him and that he employing people and saying, hey, you got a lot of brands out there, you got a lot of money out there floating around, and you can't be representing these people company talking records like that. So that record probably was crazy, but it was not his image that they were trying to portray. He is a television, he hosts award shows, he do all kind of things like that. Pusha is just a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He got that record label just behind him. Drake got a lot of things behind him that's out there, and like for a family audience that he got to really represent. So I see that's why he did that. It's all about the money at the end of the day.
All right, let's go to Darcy in Pensacola.
Hey, I think this is a great opportunity for Pusha T to push this beef to a new level. Push his hand, force his hand, make him say something. Keep it going, man. Bring them all in it. Fuck it. Make Pusha T, make Drake bring in his crew, all of the above.
So you're just saying drop another diss track on top of him just for good measure?
Yeah, don't let him lay down. Don't let him back up. Keep it coming. See what Drake's got in his pocket. Make it happen.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Jess?
I think every time I've seen anybody go with overkill, it hasn't necessarily worked out that great. Like when Remy Ma dropped Sheether, it was awesome, and then the next week she dropped another one before Nicki responded, and it was kind of like, it didn't work out that well. When Jay-Z dropped Super Ugly, that was going a little too far, and I wasn't prepared. I think he's already in the throne right now. He's already in the driver's seat.
It's almost a riskier move for him to drop a second diss track on top. He's already got him, so that makes sense. that does make sense. Let's go to Christian in Tampa.
Hey, fellas. Can y'all hear me?
Yep, go ahead, bro.
Hey, just want to say I want to give Pusha T some props. He said in an interview once, "Liquid Swords" by The Genius was his famous album, was his favorite Wu-Tang album, and I think he studied chess well, man. I personally think that he knew about all this dirt about Drake before he dropped Infrared. I think he threw out Infrared, throwing out some jabs, and I remember that a couple days later, you guys had Pusha T fans calling in saying, "Man, Pusha didn't do his job." I think Pusha knew what he was doing all along. He wanted Drake to respond so he could drop all those bombs on him, and he did. I think he did real good, man. And just to your point, Justin, about overkill, I agree with both of you. I think he should just let it stay where it's at. If Drake responds, he responds. Another example would be kind of like MC8 off Compton with Compton's Most Wanted. He was doing all those DJ Quick disses, and it kind of didn't really work out so well. Everyone was always saying, hey man, you may have focused a little too much time on that. But I don't know. That's just my 2 cents, though.
Let's go to Julian in Houston. 9. Julian.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, yeah, about Jay Prince part, I don't think Jay Prince is really too much truthful about that. I think knowing him and what he's done down here in the city, the stuff that he's been involved with, and the kind of the gangster ass shit that he's done as far as his music and rap a lot, it seems to be like if they had a track like that was so damaging and so impactful, it seemed like knowing him and what he's done, that would be out. It just seems convenient that he has a book coming out during the time of this beef and during the time of pushing T responds for him to go on the radio and say, we told Drake that he just kind of, we can't be in the pig pen like that. We don't deal with pigs like that. But it's like, shit, if you're from the city or if you know Jay Prince and rap a lot, they do a lot of shady shit. So it's like, really, Flint is really the place for pig pen. You know what I mean?
Your phone was kind of breaking up, but I think what you're saying is you don't believe them. You think that they do some wild shit. So what would be one more thing? Let's go to Philip in San Antonio.
Hello, hi, how y'all doing, guys? Hey,
Yeah,
I don't understand the Pusha T and the Drake because I can't even. Pusha T is way more knowledgeable than Drake. And I don't understand why, because he knows. I know he knows better. And like that other cat said, he probably had this shit waiting. He was waiting for Drake to come back so he could just drop that. And he did. And he killed him. So I don't understand why he's wasting his time on this cat because he's a scholar. What's a scholar to a freshman? I don't understand. But it might be something personal like with a female, some old words, jealousy, envy. I don't know. But I know that Pusha T has way more. From back in the day, I'm not a big fan, but I heard his shit. He's clever with his lyrics. From Alone in Vegas. I remember that last time you were talking about how he was throwing shots on Exodus and stuff like that. I just don't make sense how I think Pusha T is way more knowledgeable, lyrically, with J. Cole and Kendrick, just like that. You know what I mean? I don't understand why he's wasting his time on this shit. And,
What are you talking about?
Kanye,
all right, bro.
What's
all
up?
right. Yo, he's wasting his time because it just got him a gang of fucking record sales. It galvanized him. His core audience is extra fucking with him, and it introduced him to a whole new group of people. This was a fucking big win for Pusha T. This was a giant win for him. Strategically, this was a giant win for Pusha T. The proof is in the numbers. And Drake's going to come out and Drake's going to do what he always fucking does. Drake will probably open number 1 because that's what he does too. That's because he's fucking Drake.
Right. I think that's definitely going to happen. They're still playing Drake songs everywhere I go.
Yeah, this is not going to affect sales. And even when when Kanye's wilding out and all that shit and saying shit that pissed everybody off, then what happened? What happened? Just
he debuted at number 1.
Still debuts at number 1. It's music is a weird business, man. It's people can hate you and still fucking buy your goddamn album, or it's just really fucking weird how that shit goes, man. Some people just got that gift of I don't. Yeah, like this was a giant win for fucking Pusha T. I don't think it's gonna affect Drake's sales at all, one iota. And yeah, that's and fucking now Jay Prince has been exposed or not exposed, has shown himself to a whole new group of people. Like I was born in the 70s. I know Jay Prince. You know what I mean? But like these fucking 12-year-olds, like they don't know about that shit. Now they do. Cuz Jay Prince told them to stop.
Right. Right. Yeah, Drake's going to be good. I will say he's got this song called Upset that Drake dropped Upset right after the Duppy freestyle. I can't listen to that song the same way. Like he's in there talking, he's like complaining about paying child support on that song, like from like he's appealing to that to that feeling. So like now it's like I do kind of look at Drake a little. I'm like, oh, it sounds different after Pusha T's song. It definitely sounds different.
So he's paying for the kid,
right? It's not. I mean, it's not a response. He definitely doesn't talk about the specifics that Pusha T talks about. But like you hear like a Drake song like "Nice for What," it sounds kind of different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he's talking about how much he loves women, but Pusha T pointed out some things. You know, as long as that sentiment doesn't creep into the ethos, Drake's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think it will be. Like people, you know, people forget things. Remember, you know, like Nas is always Nas. Like he can do no wrong. You know what I mean? Like people that love Nas will always love Nas. Like he can do no wrong. And people that like Drake, I'm not comparing the two rap styles. I'm just saying like when you got a fan base, like they'll look past that shit. You never really liked Drake that much. So it was like, this gives you just one more reason to not like his ass.
I definitely haven't been one to give him as much credit as I think he likes to give himself on songs. But, you know, it's what it is. I will say this. I still don't listen to R. Kelly.
A lot of people do, though, man. That's the crazy shit. But you added some personal shit, man. He was like fucking with you. When did you stop listening to R. Kelly?
After I saw him pee on a 14-year-old girl in 2003.
Damn, dog.
I stopped.
So you not Chocolate Factory, none of that shit, huh?
That's not fair. I definitely listened to the remix to Ignition. I'd probably say 2008. Whenever when the details came out about him hanging out in middle school parking lots, yeah, that's when I was like, all right.
That's when you was tight on that motherfucker?
Yeah. From the beginning, I was like, maybe he didn't know. But nah, he was hanging out with schoolgirls.
Man, yeah, dog. Yeah.
It's different.
I don't condone that shit, but I don't condone it. But I like the fucking music. What am I gonna do?
Right.
If I stop listening to fucking, if I think about it, like if I stop listening to people's shit based on their personal lives, I wouldn't be able to listen to nobody.
That's a great point.
I wouldn't.
Great point.
I wouldn't be able to listen to fucking nobody.
If Twitter was out, if social media was out in the 90s, I'd hate Michael Jordan. I know it. I know I would hate his guts. But it wasn't. So I got this image in my head. Nothing else can crack.
Richard in San Antonio brings up a point that's interesting. Go ahead, Richard.
What's up, brother? Basically, what I was saying was that, you know, you're always saying it's overkill to come back with another diss song, but basically Drake did that with Meek Mill with Back to Back.
Oh, yeah, he sure did. And that did work out very well.
And it did, and not just that. I'm from Texas, and you would think I would respect Jay Prince, and I did. But this guy, you know what I'm saying, with Grip It on the Other Level, Ghetto Boys, on their albums, they was talking about murdering people, raping people, killing people, dismembering people, which is all good. It's just rap. But now he's talking about it's too disrespectful. The things they're saying is too disrespectful. Stop being sensitive. You were never sensitive to begin with. Now why are you sensitive all of a sudden when your boy's getting torn up? That's how I feel about Prince.
I was like, yeah. I'll ask him that question. I'll ask him that question. All right, there you go. There you go. That was back in the day, though, and like they were killing imaginary people. You're not fucking attacking like wife and children, like real life people, and dealing with social circles that you have to be around in. So,
and you know, people are younger. When they get older, they inherently look back on things and they're like, maybe that wasn't a good idea. You know, maybe we should stop this cycle here. You know.
Yeah,
you just get older.
You're saying people grow the fuck up, basically.
Right, exactly. Like there's a lot of stuff that I condoned when I was 16, 18 that I no longer condone.
There it is.
You know, like R. Kelly.
like R. Kelly. Like R. Kelly. There it is. Thanks, Justin. That's Justin Hunt, y'all.
Yo, real quick, Spice One did put out a new song. Everybody should check it out. He uses a clip from the All Out show talking about all these rappers who be talking about Tupac all the time.
Yeah, yes. There was that whole fucking. There was like a gang of rappers that was talking shit on Pac, and we did about a half hour on that, right?
Yeah, we did. All these new guys just come in and they need to get clout, so they diss some legends.
And you know, the funny thing was like, I don't think I went hard enough on them new kids, because I really was like, I went back and I was like listening to Pac, and I was like, God damn, like, he was so good and so many motherfucking records and showed was dope on so many different levels that these one-dimensional ass fucking flash in the pan, not gonna go nowhere ass rappers are. Like, they need to really not be talking about his ass. Like, he showed you with a diss, like, it was like he, you know, with disses and shit, you had like Busy Bee and Kumo D, and then LL Cool J, and then you had like No Vaseline, and then with Cube, and then Pac just turned up that diss shit to he set the new precedent for like diss records. The shit that y'all doing now, he was the one that fucking brought that shit. That he's the standard. Even some of y'all flows that you don't think that you're biting from him. Like that's how much in this fucking game he is. They got a lot of nerve, them young kids. I need to put some respect on his name. Sorry, Just. After that shit, I went and fucking put Machiavelli on and Me Against the World on my phone, and just was walking around to that shit. I was like, God damn, that shit is good.
Yeah, man. It's amazing.
He's got third verses that are better than their whole careers. For real, like right. Literally third verses. His third verse is better than some of y'all whole careers. You wish. All right, so Spice, and then he had a guest rapper on there too. I forgot his name.
Q Bossolini.
Q Bossolini does this thing as well. So let's take a listen to this. Shade 45, we're back. I got Justin Hunt sending him company, man, on everything. There's more beef. This shit is almost an afterthought compared to the fucking Drake and Pusha T shit. But it's about the fucking that Tekashi guy, and I get a kick out of him. He's just a fucking. I don't know if he's a fucking like retarded or a genius. I can't tell. I can't fucking tell.
It's masterful to me. Like this is trolling on 100,000 trillion. You know what I mean? And eventually everything catches up. Just an energy standpoint. This guy has gold records. He's got 6 or 7 songs that charted on Billboard, and he keeps other rappers' names in his mouth all the time. June 1st, a couple of weeks ago. And this again was lost in the Drake Pusha T. Tekashi 6ix9ine, which he dissed Chief Keef in a instant video that he posted. We have a quick clip here if you want to hear it.
All right, go ahead.
Nobody give a fuck about what y'all niggas did 3 years ago. I don't think y'all niggas understand what I was talking about in my last video. What y'all did 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and living y'all raps, y'all don't do. I know that personally. What y'all gonna give me 48 hours? Yo, wait 2 months. Yo, this thing gonna die? Where I'ma die? Fuck Chief Keef. Fuck Lil Reese. Fuck all them niggas. Fuck y'all niggas talking about, nigga. This fucking Treyway, nigga. Treyway? I bet y'all niggas pull up to New Jersey now, nigga. Jersey ain't my city, but my brothers is there. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? New York shit, man. This fucking Treyway, man. You know that shit? Playoff. The new Death Row. Treyway.
So that...
The new death row.
Right. So that happened. And if you couldn't see the video, in the video, there's another rapper. Her name is Cuban Doll. And so Tekashi's sitting next to Cuban Doll in the video. Cuban Doll had a relationship with Tato, who was an affiliate of GBE, one of members of Chief Keef's crew.
Okay.
There's allegations that Cuban Doll was assaulted by Tato. And so that's just in the background of that conversation. It's ironic hearing Tekashi, not ironic, but like, honestly, for this generation, Chief Keef fathered all these guys. Like, Chief Keef is the father of 6ix9ine, right? Like, his whole style of music, that's like, just the energy, the whole everything is, goes back to Chief Keef.
Yeah, he busted that nut and then made all these motherfuckers.
Right. So Keef is not someone that they question. Like he's an official. He's official person in the streets. From what he talks about, his rhymes stand up to his life. Right. So Chief Keef was in New York a week later, and he's standing outside the W, and gunshots went off. So a bullet hits the W sign or something above Chief Keef's head, right? And for a while, people thought that Tekashi had something to do with it. Tekashi said he didn't have anything to do with it, but those guys have been going back and forth on social media for a little while. So it just got a little messy. Keef gets on a flight right back, flight to L.A., because Tekashi was in L.A., and they kept talking and nothing really happened. Now Tekashi is in Chicago, right, where Chief Keef is from.
His hometown, and he puts this video up. He says he's giving food to the homeless. Here's what he says. You gotta take a listen to this.
You know what I'm saying? We in fucking Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna feed the homeless or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got 15 burgers here, giving back to the community because these other rappers, other Chicago rappers don't give back.
I heard you been getting them hundreds. Mr. Martin Marcello. Say LeBron across the stage. Well, take a stage, please.
It does, right? So he's out.
Stage. That sounds staged in a motherfucker.
Right. I mean, whether it is or it's not, it's just another disrespectful shot. Now, some people out there on the street, they posted an image today of Tekashi actually, giving out food. And apparently he's got the police with him. And so that's what everyone's talking about today. They're like, Tekashi's out here rolling with the police, which is a bigger, theory that's now around Tekashi in general, around 6ix9ine in general. Like, people are considering him an industry plant to a degree and how he must be working with the police because now we've seen him, in so many violent situations and nothing ever happens to him, or around so many loud situations that other people tend to get caught up in and he tends to skate. So Chief Keef responded on Twitter today. He hit up 50 Cent and said, hey, 50 Cent, are you paying for Tekashi's security in Chicago right now? I don't know if this is awesome or awful, but 6ix9ine is amazing at playing the internet. Like,
yeah, he really is. He's really good at that shit. But and every time he rolls up in Chicago with a bunch of cops. Like, all right, you're fucking big balls on you. Check out the huevos on you, there, champ.
Right.
I mean, he was talking all that shit down in Texas, and then when they roll up on his ass, he he won't come out on stage until the cats clear out.
Right, and and no one criticizes this stuff, right? I mean, people understand that the internet is just entertainment now, right? like he left the venue in Texas, in Austin.
Oh, he bailed.
He left, and then went on the Breakfast Club and said, "I'm not stupid. There's 20 people on stage. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to get jumped." You spent all this time talking all this junk.
I'll pull up to your city and then leave.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like trolling is offline now, right? Like now if you're trolling online and you piss somebody off, whoever's offended, it's their fault for not realizing you was just trolling. Like that's where we are.
You think this shit's ever going to catch up to him?
Yeah. I mean, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be necessarily based on anything that we've seen already. I just don't have examples of people walking around with just a lot of negative energy coming out okay. Like, I don't have a lot of examples of that just in life. Like I don't know if he gets in a car accident. I definitely know that there's people who don't really like him. And as I learn more and more every day, like these people are always really close. Like there's a lot of tentacles in terms of who gets paid by who and how many people are paid by the same people. So I think, someone around someone could do something. I definitely think it's going to come back to him.
Yeah. Let's go to Cash in Chicago. Go ahead, bro. Akash. How do you say my man's name? Chi-Town. Oh, fuck it. Let's go to Keith. Keith.
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
Chilling, bro. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it'd be nice if these brothers can get along, because just like Los Angeles can get along, and I just want to drop this breaking news on you that LeBron is definitely going to be in a Lakers uniform next year. And let me drop the knowledge on you. These are not no rumor tales. One, when he comes out here to get his hair done in Los Angeles, August 2017 last year, he was out here to finalize which school his son was checking into as high school. One. Two, his wife.
All right, man. Get hang up on him. Fuck.
LeBron's son's going to Sierra Canyon.
Crazy Ken Charleston, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to catch up with him.
Yeah,
I do agree to an extent, because there's a lot of gangbangers don't play. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but they're going to catch up with them.
Yeah.
You think it's a toy, being on the internet, it's a difference between internet and real world and real life, and so that's where I stand with it.
All right, let's go to Bep.
All right.
All right, Ben in Cincinnati. Go ahead, Ben.
Hey, what's good, Judy? Hope you're doing well. So I called in before Justin made the comment that he actually does think something's going to happen at 6ix9ine. And honestly, I do too, because he is barking up the wrong tree in some of these places. You don't want to fuck with Lil Reese, Chief Keef, Tato. Like, these motherfuckers would shoot at cops and then go make music. I mean, their ties to the streets of Chicago, these motherfuckers don't give a shit. They will lose their own life, like, to kill people. So honestly, I can see 6ix9ine getting killed in the next couple of years. It would not surprise me at all.
I don't think you're gonna see 6ix9ine hanging out in Chicago without some type of protection like he had, or at least. But Chicago's a big place too. That's the other thing.
Yes, we have no idea where he is in Chicago.
Yeah, you don't know what neighborhood he's in. Like, it's a big ass place. Like, shit.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that just looks like it's internet stuff, right? It looks bad. It looks like Tekashi is handling himself in Chicago, right?
The kids like it, but it looks lame to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm old. Like, I'm old. I'm like that's corny, but we just talked about it for 5 minutes, so fuck it, you know. Yeah, did he have titties in a video or some shit like that? Or is that something? No? All right, good.
That's funny.
No, I was dead ass. Like, his troll. Yeah, shout out to his troll game's crazy. Like, let's see if it catches up with him.
Yeah, it's masterful, man. Like, he's putting on a clinic. Like, this is going to be case studies. Like, how to blow up off the end. Like, this is troll marketing. It's not just trolling anymore. This is troll marketing.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, he really knows how to do it. He's got like he's like rap's Logan Paul, or what was the people on the YouTube that did all the fucking wacky shit?
Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Yeah.
That's all he is. He's just Logan Paul, dude. It's like 12-year-olds fucking love him, and you know what I mean? Like 12-year-olds love the guy. They do wacky shit on the fucking internet, like. But he's just doing it in rap, and he's putting on a fucking clinic.
Clinic.
And I think he's smart enough to not be in places where he's gonna get fucked up.
I mean, it's hit or miss, right? Like I was, 2 weeks ago, Treyway, their team came by the studio I work out of. Tekashi wasn't there. The night before, they were at AOD, Ace of Diamonds, which is a popular club out here. Dude smacked him, and Tekashi threw some money at him and left the club. And I think that actually made it onto the gram as well. So
wait, someone smacked Tekashi?
Yeah, that's what happened at AOD that night. And then Tekashi responded, threw money at him, and then left. So I don't know the situation. He might have known the person, maybe not known the person in terms of how their relationship. But what I'm saying, he got violent. Yeah, he got. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll show you. I'm gonna throw money at you.
The walls are closing in, because the problem with it is you can become big by doing the same stuff, like disrespecting him. Like somebody's sitting at home with a phone saying, "I need to get 1 million likes. Let me just go run up on somebody famous and do something crazy. Hey, here's this rainbow head guy. Yeah. Everybody knows him."
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point. There it is. We will loosely follow his career, because that guy is fucking fascinating to me.
He is fascinating, man.
He is. I think he is. He's just like a snapshot of the generation that's younger than mine, and it's something else. Some fucking else. All right, Justin, the company man on everything. Follow him, the company man, on everything.
Appreciate you, man. Hope you feel better too.
Yeah, bro. Me too, man. Fucking me too. All right, let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Shade 45, get you some motherfucking culture. DJ Mathieu Schreier, KCRW, 12 to 3 a.m. on Friday nights if you're in Los Angeles. If not, you get to chill with us right now. He's coming in, bringing us different songs to listen to. From all over time, all over the world. It's just got to be funky. That's the main thing. I said, just bring me the motherfucking funk.
Yeah, the next one I brought you, it's actually an LA record.
Oh, no shit.
Well, LA to me is still another place.
LA is foreign to you.
Yeah, LA is foreign to me. So this is the Spencer Jackson Family. It's a gospel record, but it's funky gospel.
No shit.
Hand of God.
What do you think it is about fucking, like, I think I was talking to CeeLo Green about it a couple weeks ago. Just like, what do you think it is about gospel music that creates such fucking good musicians? So many fucking dope musicians came from the church.
Because it's all about the heart.
Yeah.
It's all from the heart.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's when you think about new music now, he always starts from the heart. You can't take anything away from a Beyonce. I'm sure their heart is in a good place, but really, he leaves the heart really
They're a package now.
Yeah, it's a McDonald's. I call it McDonald's of music. It's like McDonald's will fill you up, but it won't nourish you.
Yeah, you
and
still
that music.
hungry.
Yeah, that music will get you going. It's rhythm. You can dance. You can sing along, but that's it. There's no vitamin. There's nothing in it. It's
no
just
depth.
nothing for money. It's like you singing my song while I'm taking money out of your pocket. Type
Ain't that
feeling.
the fucking truth?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me a bit about this one.
The Spencer Jackson family, I believe, were a singing group from the region of Los Angeles. I believe, let me read this. They always say, that's the thing about records. They want you to know where the fuck they're from.
And it's big enough for you to read, too.
Exactly. With the MP3, you don't know what you're fucking listening to. You don't know who produced it, who recorded it, who was the engineer. You don't know nothing. But this, they want you to know. This is family. Look at them. They're all a family. The Spencer Jackson family.
Damn, her afro's on fleek, too, boy.
And look at that flower in the front. Beautiful.
Yeah. Look like a pussy.
Yeah.
With the clit at the top.
Yeah.
Nature knows what it's doing. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, nature knows. Yeah, exactly. That does look like a pussy.
Yeah, bro. Like half a fruit looks like a goddamn pussy. If you look at it
and
close
that yellow
enough.
clit. And you think that's what they did?
Yeah,
they did that shit in purpose.
Yeah, you fucking ain't right. Nature looks like fucking if you look close enough.
The song is called "Walk Up Moses."
Walk Up Moses.
It's funky.
Get cultured. Fuck with
funky.
us. Spencer Jackson family, straight out of L.A.
You want to check
shit
it out?
dropped 74.
Yeah, ABC Records when ABC had a label.
There it is.
You ready?
Yeah.
Check it out.
That motherfucker jam. That was actually this one right here is probably one of my favorites that you've played for me over the
right
last
here?
couple months. Yes.
Dope.
That Moses one goes. That Moses one is funky as fuck.
It really is, right?
Spencer Jackson family, the hand of God. It's got a big ass flower on the front of that bitch. If you happen across it, how's the whole album?
It's decent.
It's
the thing
decent.
with gospel records, especially if you look for soul gospel or funk gospel, it's a lot of time we call it one tracker. Like there's one dope jam, but you still want it because the jam is so dope.
It's worth it.
But this is actually fairly decent all the way through.
Spencer Jackson family, the hand of God. The song is "Walk Up Moses."
Yeah, "Walk Up Moses" is the one we heard.
Me too. I appreciate you, man.
No worries.
Play me the African shit next time.
Yeah, I will.
And you can follow him at fucking kill me every time. www.math like math IEUSCHREYER.com.
Ain't nobody try to remember that shit. People don't have to follow me. They'll find me here when I come see you.
That's right.
I don't need to be followed.
KCRW, noon to
midnight to 3.
Midnight to 3.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me. Let's get cultured.
Let's get cultured.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Shade 45. I was going to try to say it in Spanish, but I didn't know which one was cinco. Wait. Shade cuatro cinco. Bam.
Sounds awful.
That wasn't good. Wait. Catorce y cinco. Was that just not? How far off was I? Really far off?
I know 45 is 45.
So I probably said like, was what I just said? Was that even a word? Was that anything? Was that like 14?
Cinco's a word. That's about
what
it.
about the other one that I quit?
You just said
what's 14 then? Then what's 14?
It's
Quince? No wait, that's 15.
No, that's 15.
Catorce.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, all right, yeah, I fucked it up. God damn it. God damn it. All right, I'll get it next time. Next time, I just got to brush up on my Espanol. Get bilingual on them motherfuckers. All right. So, yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at One More Jude. You can listen to the show on demand. Because I know a lot of you guys, you got to pick up your kids. Start saying cuss words, and then boom, you got to turn off the radio. You're like, great. This is great. My kids are ruining my life. Well, no more. We're not. It's no more for that. If you pay a little bit extra, you can listen on demand on the app, Sirius.com/on demand, or just go to the app and listen to on demand. Search for the All Out Show. That's the name of the show. But you knew that, didn't you? You knew that, didn't you? Also, Hummingbird and Hyena books I wrote. Go get them. You'll love them. Fucking summertime. You need some beach reads. This is the one. And I think they got the fucking records, the Hyena records on Amazon. Good luck finding them. I can't fucking find them, but they're there somewhere. Yeah. That's about it. What do we got? We got John with the news. Lenny Dykstra is back in the news. He is I'd say he's a friend of the show. News on Lenny Dykstra. Another old guest, Lisa Lampanelli, was in the news. And do your friends actually like you? You'll be surprised how many don't. How many don't? They simply tolerate your ass. That and more on the All Out Show. News from the Chin is coming up next.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Lenny Dykstra, you've spoken to him a couple times over the last several years. And
I'd say he's a friend of the show, but I think he's too he was too drunk to remember us.
I know. Something's not right. And so
he was fucking wasted every time.
You think it was just alcohol?
I don't know, man. When you're a career drinker like that, it's like it's usually not just alcohol. You're usually stacking. I don't know. All I know is what I could smell. And I could smell the alcohol in cologne. It was alcohol and cologne both times. But it makes for a good conversation.
That was a fact.
Yeah. Why? What's up with Lenny Dykstra?
He was arrested late last month.
Oh.
And this was in Jersey. And so he had a dispute with an Uber driver. And the Uber driver said that he thought that Dykstra put a gun to his head because that was the threat, that they had to change the destination. Things escalated, and then they wound up in a parking garage near a police station. The police got involved. So I've got body cam footage of all this.
So let me get this straight. Lenny Dykstra is in an Uber, and he starts arguing with my man because they want to change directions.
That is exactly what happened.
And then, aren't you supposed to change? Like, isn't that like, aren't you just... And then Dykstra said he had a gun to his head? Or...
Well, then, yeah, at some point, Dykstra threatened him, putting a bag to his head, saying that he's got a world of hurt coming. And then the driver took it seriously and said, fuck this. And then went to the police.
Drove to the cops. All right. So then, now we got the body cam?
Yeah.
All right.
So I've got the Uber driver. That's a quick clip of him explaining what he thought had happened, and then Dykstra just loses it.
Let's hear it.
He told me I would take him to Staten Island. The computer kept telling me he wasn't going to Staten Island. He was going to Clark. I said I couldn't take him to Staten Island because it wasn't in my phone. As I was driving, he pulled a bag out of a black attaché case in the back seat, like a bluish colored bag. Told me he was going to shoot me and put it to the back of my head. So I hit the brakes, he flew forward, and I drove right here, pulled in here, and hit the horn on you guys. He kept dialing 911, telling everybody I was kidnapping him. Okay.
And so there they walk over to the car, but this is when things really spiral, and Dykstra looks and sounds exactly to me like he did when he was here with us. He just has that.
So like normal.
I guess.
normal for Dykstra. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here we go. They're arguing about the bag and searching it.
That bag right there.
That bag right there is yours?
This bag, the computer bag.
Okay, you don't mind if you're looking there for a firearm?
No, I do mind. There's no firearm. Oh, you can look at it all you want. Look what you want. Look what you want. Dude. this guy picked me up at my house. I told him to go to Staten Island. He said, but dude, there's no firearm, dude.
Okay. You own a firearm?
No, I can't, dude, I'm a convicted felon. I can't own a firearm. Hey, I don't like this guy going through my stuff.
You just said I could look in there for a firearm.
Well,
that's all we're looking for.
No, but I'm going to show you the bag.
You showed me the bag already.
Yeah, but
you pointed it
That's
out.
what cops do. That's what cops do. They're like, let me look for a firearm. Then they start going to open up the smallest fucking zipper ever, like the tiniest pocket ever. Like, what kind of guns in there, bro?
So, but I'm not a lawyer, but so if you're in that situation, can you say no? You can't go through the bag. Can you say that? Like, no, you can't. You can't go in there.
That's why he asked permission.
Okay. So I can say, no, you're not going through the bag. But then what happens?
I don't know. Yeah. But, like, I think you got to give consent. That's why I was like, can I do it?
And then he doesn't like it. But here we go.
Okay, so
just take your hands out of your pockets.
Wait. I patted him down.
But what do you guys do?
When people say gun, we get nervous, okay? You watch.
Well, I have no gun, dude.
Okay.
The guy went 100 miles an hour here, locked me in his car. Dude, take it easy, man.
Relax. Mr. Dykstra, relax.
Why are you grabbing me so hard?
What they're arresting for?
Well, they did find some stuff. They found some coke, some.
That was where they got. See, that's what I tell you. What I tell you. They start going through the little pockets. I'm looking for a gun. I'm looking for a gun in this little tiny compartment where a fucking or a Desert Eagle might be.
So they found coke, MDMA, and pot.
So they got him. They popped him. That's too bad.
But beyond that, he's facing these third-degree terroristic threats, third-degree charges for possession. Oh, that's the drug stuff.
Oh, and then terroristic threats.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
I mean, to be fair, like, all he had to do, real talk, all he had to do was go on his phone and reroute it. But he didn't know how to work technology. He didn't even have to have that argument with that dude. All he had to do was type in reroute, and it would have put a new destination, and then the Uber driver would have had to go on there.
But he was not in the right state of mind.
Clearly. Clearly.
At his age, using MDMA. I mean, what is that? Is that ecstasy or something?
Yeah, he was rolling his ass off. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck.
I guess he's
not
that's
coming bleak. Back. That's fucking bleak. Jesus Christ. How old is that guy?
What are they saying here?
He's like 60s.
Looks like 55. That's got to be wrong. It says 55.
He looked bad. Yeah, well, you know, prison and drinking. He looked bad, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, hope he gets out soon.
Yeah, well, they released him. He's due back in court, so I guess he could be around.
There you go.
Yeah.
Fucking Lenny. If they offer him up for us to talk to him again, I want to talk to him. I want to hear about this shit.
I think we'll have to reach out to him. I don't know if he's on tour right now.
But like, Lenny, you know that all you had to do was just I think he was living in someone's guest house last time or some shit. Here's something sketchy going on. I don't know. All right, what else?
Okay, so on Facebook, you may have seen these alerts about this day in your Facebook history. That's going to become more common. They're amping it up and rolling it out over the coming weeks on this day.
Why are they doing that?
Because they want clicks. They want because they think people like it, and apparently they do. Because it looks like this feature is visited by 90 million people daily, which is a huge number. My goodness.
So what does it do? Like on this day in Facebook history, and then it'll be like some history between you and your friends, or just like shit that happened?
All of the above. So for me, I clicked over there, and it's just facebook.com/memories, and then it was just, you became friends with these people I don't know. And that was about it. But But beyond that, I mean, it's just, hey, you got married. Hey, you got divorced. That kind of thing.
I know, man. That's going to be the tough shit. Remember...
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, you met the chick that you met the chick that ended up taking half your shit. Yeah, fucking 10 years ago today. You met the chick that gutted you. Congratulations. That was Jimmy gave you herpes. Yeah, remember him? On this day. Or fucking dead relatives and shit. Jesus Christ, man. That's.
Yeah, I'm gonna disable that. I don't want to see that shit.
Just saying, you know what I mean? Jesus, like some shit, like I don't want Facebook triggering me on shit, you know what I mean? But it does that, it'll do that. It'll be like 2 years ago today, you became friends with your cousin, Danny. I'm like, yeah, we're so much closer now. So much closer now. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Facebook, for helping me get closer to my family. Appreciate it.
Yeah, all I ever see are just these old girlfriends or people that I had sex with in the past. They pop up. Oh, I remember her. I just don't need to see that anymore.
There you go.
Yeah.
I stopped following half my family members. They just post bad news so that they can get likes and shit. You know what I mean? They were like, had to go to the doctor. And then everybody would be like, oh, what happened? I don't really want to talk about it, but I had to go to the doctor.
Do you actually unfollow your family members?
I just don't go on Facebook. I don't even go on Facebook. And that's the one they say I should be on the most. But I don't go on it. I'm really... Since I've been feeling bad, I ain't been on anything, and I'm kind of really enjoying it. So I'm just gonna stay not doing shit for a minute, unless I feel like it. Unless I fucking feel like it. So there. What else?
This comedian Lisa Lampanelli.
She came on our show. Me and Sear had her on the show.
That's kind of surprising.
She is known for being like super fucking crude and like she cracks racial jokes. Like she don't give a fuck. That was like that's her deal. Like she just don't give a fuck. Or at least that used to be her deal.
Yeah, I guess she's the queen of mean or whatever.
Yeah, that was like her deal.
Yeah.
Sear didn't like her because she was talking shit to Sear.
Really? Did it get uncomfortable?
I think he was calling her like an aardvark or something. It was funny, and she was getting on his weight, and I just stayed out of that one. I was like, y'all too fucking. I don't know if she said some shit to me or not. I don't remember, but ours didn't escalate the way theirs did. Mm. He wanted her gone. He was like, all right, good talking to you. Good. And we just let her be there for like 2 more minutes just to irritate him and shit.
But so over the weekend, she got involved with a heckler and really just tore into this person who was, just an asshole.
Well, she's an asshole too, so like...
Yeah, I know, but she's on stage and these people in the audience, they should shut the fuck up, right?
All right, well, so play it for me.
All right.
You better shut the fuck up! Never! Get the fuck out! If you're gonna fucking talk shit to me in my own show, motherfucker, I will fucking give you personally your money back. Because I don't need to fucking work for people. You wanna get the fuck out? I'll give you your money back. Yeah? Then go ahead, stupid. How much my show cost? Whatever you fucking... Oh! I'll give you $100 shut the fuck up. You give me $100 to shut the fuck up? Give me that. Fucking tear it up, you fucking idiot. Get the fuck out of here.
It continues, but so at some point he got up and gave her $100 to have her shut up, and she threw the money back in his face.
It sounds like he won that one.
What?
She lost her shit. She didn't crack no jokes or nothing.
It gets worse. I mean, she just spirals from like minutes.
Play a little bit more. Just play a. Just play.
Okay, first of all,
there you go.
Did I fucking tell you to leave those fucking lights on? I said it and I fucking mean it, you fucking moron! Anyone who thinks I need any fucking help needs to shut the fuck up. Every one of you, I am talking to this guy. I didn't need your help with any of my life. I don't need it now. So shut the fuck up and let me have a conversation. Shut your fucking mouths. I'm just saying to be quiet, Stevie Nicks' retarded fucking cousin. One more fucking sentiment from anyone who isn't me and the person I'm talking to, and you can get the fuck out.
Damn. Damn.
Man.
That's one way to deal with hecklers. All right. She cracked one joke in there. She had one joke. The rest was just her fucking losing her shit. I've had those days before. I'm not gonna judge, but he knocked her off her square, man. She lost her shit. Shut the fuck up! Get the fuck out! Down.
Have you ever faced that at a live show? Anybody?
Heckling?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, like, you're doing a reading and they yelling out shit, and I'm like, about to fucking talk about my dead grandmother or something. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, and usually I'm just like, dude, the fuck. And then, oh, sorry. And then we're good. You know what I mean? Like, but nah, all our show people are fucking. It's every type of person listening to the show, and they're all fucking cool. That's all I can tell you. Based on the book signings. Yeah. Lisa Lampanelli. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's the one that's always roasting cats. Like, I thought she would have just opened up a can of fucking roast his ass and just started getting him, but she just. She just went fucking. She sounded real.
She lost control.
Yeah. I was trying to come up with a very nice way to say that shit. Yeah, she sounded like. Yeah, she sounded like she had a bad morning, then a bad afternoon, and a bad evening, and then came to that shit and fucking dealt with him. Took out her whole fucking day on his ass. What else?
Looks like only half of your friends actually like you, according to science. So
I believe that.
Yeah, so do I. I
believe that. That's it. Yeah. I don't even know if that many actually like my ass.
But this study, it was sort of a smaller study, but they can point to larger ones. But this is from MIT. They analyzed friendship ties, and when they said, okay, who are your friends, really only about 50% reciprocated. So everybody else, like, yeah, we're not really that close.
So it would be like one person would count someone as a friend,
right,
and the other person would not count them as
correct,
a friend.
Yeah. It's kind of, it hurts just to hear that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a close friend of mine. Yeah, I wonder. I wonder how that is with me.
Well, I think in your case, people you hang out with, go to dinner with.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are your friends. But.
Yeah, but even like some motherfuckers, I'll be actively like. Some days I'll be like, "Why the fuck am I, man? Fuck are you doing, dog? Like, I don't want to hang out with you right now. You're getting on my fucking nerves." Me and you don't consider ourselves friends.
No, I'm no. No, we don't. But see, that's
why we get along so well. We know our boundaries. We know what this shit is. People That's the type of dumb question a motherfucker will yell at the book reading while I'm talking. You ever hang out with John? I'll be like, what?
Do you ever listen?
Stupid. Yeah. Do you ever fucking listen? Damn, so half your friends don't even like you. And that's MIT did that shit. That's not like this wasn't like fucking Southfield Community College. This was fucking MIT. I don't even think Southfield has a community college. Oakland Community College. It's MIT, bro.
Yeah. And they point to other studies from the past decade that looked at like 92,000 people, and they put this reciprocity. There you go. Sorry, rates between
reciprocal.
Exactly, between 34 and 53%. So this is pretty much established.
Just as long as they're nice to me to my face, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And don't fuck me over. So we're good. Even Jesus had haters. That's the way I look at that shit. You know what I mean? Like, fucking nobody likes everybody. It's just how it is. It's life. Half your friends that you're at the bar with, they don't think that you're friends, John.
I guarantee it. Those people would disappear once I stopped forking over that martini money.
See, John, you could be buying some nice clothes, and instead you buying fucking drinks for people that don't even like you.
You know, you may have a point. You might have a point there.
Yeah, I hit the nail on the head. All right. Give me some good news.
And now, time for good news.
All right, there's this kid. She is 8 years old, Yoyoka Soma, out of Japan, and she's a favorite drummer, John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, and she entered this Hit Like a Girl drum contest. She did not win, but her video is gaining quite a bit of attention where she's out there playing Good Times, Bad Times.
So she's a little adorable little 8-year-old Japanese girl.
Yeah.
I'm just re-describing it since it's the radio. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm trying to paint a picture here. So she's just sitting there at the drum kit, and they're going to play the fucking Zeppelin thing. She's going to play along.
Yeah, and she nails it.
All right, play it for me. All right. Okay, that's good. Yeah. All right, well, look at her, little fucking drumming ass motherfucker. Good shit. That was good news. Fucking talented children. Love seeing that shit. Love seeing that shit. All right, that was the news. Thanks, John.
Mm-hmm. You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
All right, y'all. That was the show. Shout out to Justin Hunt, company man on everything. Jordan on the camera. Chris on the boards is on the boards. My man Keenan on the phones and the associate producer. Both the producers are Alex and John, and Jet is our new intern. So thank all of y'all. My name is Jude Anthony Angelini. I'm out this bitch. I'll talk to you tomorrow. All Out Show. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.